and this tail of the tape begs paying attention to. There you see a 6-inch gap in height. There's also a 6-inch gap. Daniel Zellhuber, his career in diapers at 19, and a big 9-inch reach advantage. This one in the lightweight division.
Izar got a victory against Abraham Orlano via TKO, and he said that Daniel Golden Boy Zellhuber will not be able to wrestle with him and that he won't be able to stop Salvador's wrestling.
Boy, those are words. Let's see if he can walk the walk. Zellhuber with 2 big kicks to start it. Intriguing to see the communication between Zellhuber and his coach, Raul Romero. A limitation of too much coaching, but he put the kid in the position to take care of business.
I mean, he was out on that first knee, and then he just fell right into it. He's headlocking here. Now he finally gets the whizzer.
Wow, he's all arms and leg skill, and he's using that to his advantage.
Trying to go for it.
It's playing out exactly just like we thought it, but there was no filling out process. Little hit below the belt.
Bloody nose for Izar, and there'll be 5 minutes for Zellhuber.
But just like you said, Izar came straight out for the takedown, but the Golden Boy with a huge kick in the process. Big scuffle going around.
I was about to say, someone just tuned in at this very second. You see him on his back rubbing his privates. You're like, what am I watching? It's Combate Americas.
That's right.
And we don't want to make light of it. We've all dealt with it. Juliana, no, not so much. But me and Gil doing, you know.
Hey, it happens in every sport, but that's what we got our cups on.
Well, sometimes it just happens at the schoolyard when you don't have a cup. And it stings. But we'll see how that affects, because, again, Izar came out guns a-blazing for the takedown. Let's see if he tries that again.
You know, in Izar's defense, he's the shorter fighter and trying to kick high against the tall Daniel.
It's a big target if you can get close enough.
Right, and sometimes you got to do what you can to get inside. You know, you got to Mike Tyson your way in, and sometimes that means accidentally hitting below the belt. Anytime he picks up that knee, it just is right on his face. It's like all he has to do is just lift up his leg.
He's missed an opportunity to sweep that planted leg, so we stay on our feet here.
But able to close the distance, digging the underhook and pressing Daniel against the Jaula is a good thing for him. He's scoring points here, and beautiful reversal, no!
Tried for a lat drop, got put on his back.
Nope, it didn't work. Now Zellhuber in the world of Salvador Izar.
And this is exactly where Salvador Izar wants to fight. He said, this guy cannot wrestle with me.
But Daniel is also a purple belt, and he has a long leg, and people with long legs tend to be better off their backs when it comes to the grappling game. But the side mount of Izar now is a dominant position, and he's looking across to the crucifix here with the shin on the bicep.
Stuck in a crucifix position. Daniel looking to reverse it. Just straight momentum. Brute strength.
Got to get his arm out of there. He
brute
does.
strength.
And Izar sticking to the wrestling, sticking to him like a leech is the great thing to do.
Izar must feel a little bit disrespected. This is a guy who's 3-1 in his professional career, but all the talk about Zellhuber, the Golden Boy, by name and by the way we're viewing him right now, they're high expectations, but that can change in an instant.
Well, they call him the Golden Boy because he's got a perfect record.
Will he change his nickname if he loses?
That's a very
We'll
good
have to ask
question.
him that.
About that.
We'll ask Yvette. Maybe Yvette Hernandez can ask him after the fight.
So far, it's been very impressive that he decided to wrestle this whole time. To be able to keep this pressure and to wrestle for 15 minutes straight is going to be a difficult thing for him to do. But people can do it. Now he has a body lock, and he's sticking to him. And if you're being aggressive here, though Daniel's being defensive, he's still losing the fight. He's not getting taken down, not getting held down, but he's still losing because Izar is putting the pressure here and scoring points against the Jaula.
And some good knees into that inner leg of Zellhuber. And now the takedown attempt. Zellhuber keeps his balance and goes for the guillotine. And he's got it in there. Does he have it in enough?
Folds Izar.
Doesn't have that left arm helping out. Big knee.
Body lock from Izar. He needs to get him off of the Jaula, off of the cage, and get him out in the open so that he can do inside trip, outside trip, get his takedown, because that's where he's going to see the most success. But he slaps on a guillotine of his own, and he's really going for it. That arm is stuck inside, and although you can choke somebody like that.
That's deep. Locked in on the guillotine, and Zellhuber in a fight to remain golden.
If he can switch it to a regular guillotine, that'd be even better.
Wrapping around the waist
wrapped
here.
him out, and his face turning tomato red.
Too much space between his arm and his shoulder.
Now that he's in the guard, there's no way to hop out. The only way is to pull his head out, which he did.
Hats off to the kid. And now looking for an armbar potentially.
And he needs to use the cage to help him.
Very adept on his back is Izar.
His arm is deep. And you got to be wary of that when you're such a long guy. You got to be wary of your limbs. But nice ground and pound. He comes in over the top, big, huge right hands. He's throwing a flurry of punches. He's like, you're not armbarring me, dude.
He doesn't have to be that close to make contact because those arms are long for days.
Right, but he does need to
hitting.
be careful that he doesn't get caught. Triangle attempt.
Good posturing up by Daniel, the golden boy. Great ground and pound and good awareness. Izar with some very good attacks from his back. But Daniel, the golden boy, able to pull his head out of that guillotine and now starting to find his distance in ground and pound and starting to realize the pattern of Izar's back game.
Izar needs to reverse his position. He can't stay here because he's getting teed off on. He needs to take a punch to get an underhook, to get the reversal, and get on top. Because
yes,
now he's not.
Izar needs to use the jiu-jitsu to get back to his feet.
Right.
He's trying these submissions too much. He's 0 for 8 on them. I'm just making that number up, but he hasn't been able to get any of them. He needs to get distance and get up.
Zellhuber taking this round by the throat late. Blood in the nose of Izar, blood on the right eyebrow. The kid was tested, but he responded in a big way.
Pick them up in a double, and their feet are still on the ground. Usually you just need to get their feet off just a centimeter or inch, but that height is making him have a hard time scoring those takedowns.
And like we say, inches is everything. This fight is a game of inches. This sport is a game of inches, and every inch counts.
Round number 2, the statuesque figure of Daniel Zellhuber. Zellhuber win that round, guys? Or is it closer?
I believe so.
It may be a little closer than we think, but it was close. Zellhuber with a big flurry to finish.
Yes, I think that flurry on top, that ground and pound really stole it. He popped his head out of that guillotine. A very competitive fight up to that point.
Izar's got the right idea, though. He needs to get him taken down, take his long limbs away from him, and put his own ground and pound on him. And he has to get inside and use those hands to set up the takedown.
Izar closing the distance, but catching a lot of fists on the way in.
Nice elbows, nice Muay Thai type of stand-up from Zellhuber. Nice reversal. Uses that underhook beautifully to reverse Izar on the cage.
Little Muay Thai clinch for a moment, and that certainly favors Zellhuber. He has that Muay Thai clinch again, and he is he's flying in.
Izar cannot let Zellhuber control him by the back of the head. He can't let that
he got
happen.
him. He got him with that right knee, and it could be lights out. Izar turtles up, and he is getting all sorts of blows. Left, right, left.
Zellhuber's all over him, smelling the blood in the water.
And there's a lot of blood.
Got his arm trapped.
Izar just holding on to that arm, trying to wrap up his
opponent.
opponent.
End it. The golden boy will remain the golden boy. 7-0. Exciting stuff, and this was it. He was undefeated Muay Thai, and when those kind of skill set came into view, it was all the difference.
And you could see him putting his Muay Thai techniques into play here. That's the Thai clinch, using those forearms to defend Izar from closing that distance and just clinching and knee after knee after knee, going right back down to that clinch, and again, using those forearms to stop him. And finally, he lands that big knee that wobbles him and flattens him out. Izar tries to wrap him up, but Daniel, the golden boy, has one arm free and just ground and pounds him.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, tenemos el tiempo 1 minuto 32 segundos en round número 2. The time 1 minute 32 seconds in round number 2. Our referee stops the contest due to strikes. Winner by way of technical knockout. El ganador por knockout técnico de la Ciudad de México, Daniel Zellhuber.